Hey Nuggets, welcome to Noxi Ultimate, the zone where we get into all good things, all things golden. That's how I'm feeling today. It's Friday the 13th and I'm rocking one of my newest and my most yellow wigs, definitely. What's she doing for us? What's she doing? Okay, yeah, she's good. And I was going to get ready, do my makeup. I would pretend that I'm gonna style the wig, but besides combing my wigs, I don't really do much. What am I saying? I just put out a video where I cut my own wig. Are you serious? I cut my own little gray wig from this like slanted bob into a really short bob, and it had like grandma vibes, but I wear it with a baseball cap, or I kind of also added these bangs to that wig just to make it look cute. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that wig. I'm here to talk to you more about me, because on this channel I share my art with you, and I started sharing very recently readings with you too. And I want oh my gosh, the Virgo in me is like, ugh, we can just see the tip of the elephant. It's so annoying. Here we go. So I wanted to share just more about me and talk to you on this Friday the 13th. I've really been channeling OSHUN's energy today. She's been all around. OSHUN is a Yoruba goddess. She is the goddess of the rivers and I think lakes, and of love and beauty. She protects homes, relationships, couples, families. I think she's protective of children as well. She is a very funny goddess, often smiling, and the story of her is so interesting. I'm not going to tell it today, probably in a separate video if I'm requested to, but it's really pleasant to just go and read up about that. So obviously feel free to. Hope you will. I'm gonna start by, listen, I'm so new to wigs and all things wigs, and I'm also just not stressing myself right now in my current life, as in I'm not expecting perfection of myself anymore, which is great. Where's my other pin? Trying to let myself be. Trying to let myself be. I am a performer, and I hear the word guru often in my mind, but I know that it's like cultural appropriation to say guru now, though that's really the best term that I could use to define, ooh, really close, myself. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do, honestly, is just push this baby back, because A, she's irritating me. B, I just want to start the makeup without her anywhere. I really don't want to get my foundation on this wig. Okay. She's heavy. She's like ready to fall off my head. What a look. Oh my god. I made it through the wilderness. Like a loser. Did you guys ever watch The House Bunny? It's so freaking good. Rejected all the time. I can actually, like a loser. Okay, so I am first putting on just my base primer. A little makeup and talk moment. Okay, it's like a no-name brand one. I think I bought eye primer. I did. No, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. And yes, I've always been an artistic person, but I squashed my artisticality, I felt like saying just now, the artist in me, just to get through, just to be productive. I grew up in a narcissistic family model where I was the scapegoat, also extremely, very much so the enabler, because I would just do everything so that my parent would have to do the minimum. When we went from living in very cushy circumstances, so having like at least one nanny because there were kids in the house, and then usually like up to two, I don't know if I've ever seen three not in our home, but I know that like relatives had a gardener and a watchman, and it's just the culture where my relatives had established themselves. It's very common out there just to have all that help and all those I want to say servants, because you know, like the way I saw my parent treat the help was just so bad, to the point that once when I was imitating them and I was speaking badly to, I think, my nanny, my mother reprimanded me and told me like, that's not how you speak to people. And it's like I was just doing exactly what she did. So I don't remember if that made her like look at her behavior or not, but I don't think so, because I still saw her like always talk to people like shit. And then when we moved from out there back to North America, where life was, you know, more of a reality shock, where like, I don't know, over there's just ways of kind of like bending the system and getting like certain positions and stuff if you just come from a certain family or if you know certain people. And here, like in ways that here would really not fly, like you really need like the diploma to do that thing. So when we came back here, it was like brutal, I know, for my mom's ego and stuff, and just like so much abuse and frustration was sent my way in, I would say, the first 2 years of us being back. So I came back when I was 7. I'm born in Canada, and we moved out to West Africa because, I don't know, my parent was teaching out there, her parents were out there. So that's where I started out the beginning of my life, because I was pretty much over there from the age of 3 until I turned 7. And then we came back to Canada, and oh my god, it was so brutal. Like the kids here were just so much meaner than the kids over there, and I just went from being, I know this is gonna sound really corny, but if I'm being really honest, I went from being like top dog, like really like best in my class, no problems with my classmates, and really confident and stuff, to like the North American system where all the kids were cursing at school break. Like nobody wanted to play, people wanted to sit and talk, like gossip. We were like 8, 9 years old and like acting like Gossip Girl, even though Gossip Girl wasn't a show at the time. So yeah, I'm not that young. So I was just like, you know, it was baffling for 5,000 minutes there. It was not cool, and just so much happened, and I developed so much anxiety when I was young, and I just had this parent that would like call me a bitch and call me like grumpy and tell me that I had a personality that like most people are just not going to tolerate. I've been told like that I'm never going to find somebody who's going to want to be with me for life. I just don't know like in what world you say that to a child. And you know, Mother's Day passed by recently, and I just can't stand Mother's Day, because ever since I was about 9 years old, I've been faking what I write in Mother's Day cards, because the first time I ever wrote a Mother's Day card that I wanted my parent to like care about in a certain way, it wasn't Mother's Day, it was Valentine's Day. So I was at school. Oh my god, did I go like, did I buy, is this okay? I've never done this before. I don't know what is happening. I am terrified. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Please help, bitch. Can I put it on the top? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Nobody judge me. It's Friday 13th. There's like a full moon coming in 3 days. So just leave me alone. I don't know what's happening. This is starting to look like sunscreen. I think I definitely made a mistake by putting it on the top. I don't think you put concealer on the top. I think you put like primer on your top lid. But you know what? You know what? Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna fucking make this bitch work for me. You wait a second. You wait 18 minutes. Wait 18 minutes. Wait 18 minutes. Just wait for it. Okay. And yeah. So I remember for Valentine's Day, I wrote this Valentine's Day card, and it was so annoying already. Like, just the teacher I had was such a jackass. She really hated teaching. She would just break down and start crying in class, and she was speaking French with an accent that's very typical of the people where like I live, but it was an accent that I had never heard before, and I was taking like personal, like, I don't know how to explain this, but let's just say it was really hard on my ears at first, okay? It's a very nasal kind of accent. I'm very sensitive to sound, and I just didn't know that people could speak French like that. So I was very, very shocked, very irritated all the time. Then I was going home where slowly, unbeknownst to me, I was being made into the house bitchin' maid, a title I would proudly own for like the next 18 years. And yeah, no, what the fuck what kind of math was that? Wait. So if I'm 9 years old and I moved out at 23, so 14 years. And I slowly just started to lose my sense of self and my value as a person outside of doing things, cleaning, accomplishing things, serving, predicting people's needs. I thought that these were like valuable skills because my parent, who's a narcissist and probably also has histrionic personality disorder, though I doubt will ever be diagnosed because must lie to their therapist in sessions if they still go to therapy. And you know, the only reason I even know that they've ever done therapy is because like I asked my parent in 2020 to stop talking to me, and they just fucking could not. They literally could not leave me alone. My mother is the most harassing thing. Like, I'm so disappointed. I'm so tired. And now I understand why often, like, I just didn't even have energy for basic connections. Like, growing up as a teen, first of all, it was so hard to go out. And I should always use the excuse, oh, because we're African. African kids don't just go out, you know, type of thing. It's so weird. We were mixed when it was convenient, and then we're African when it's convenient too. We were suddenly African when she needed to justify, like, physical violence and stuff towards us. Just fucking nonsense. And I know that at some point, my self-esteem just started to go really, really down. Kids at school were like ridiculing me for my butt. I was getting racist comments. I got called nigger at school. Always by ethnic kids too. Once it was a Cuban girl, once it was an Iranian girl, once it was what was he? I think he was Mexican, a Mexican boy. Like, what the WTF? Like, seriously? I will make a whole video on the N-word and what I think of it and stuff. It's not a word that I let affect me, but it's just, as a kid, fucking sucks to ever hear that. So yeah, we're just gonna let the foundation do its thing for a minute. And my self-esteem just started to crash, and I slowly started to get hyper criticized for not doing basic chores well. So I remember my first really self-deprecating thought was around 8. I was doing the dishes, and I told my mom I don't do anything right. And she said, why would you say that? I'm like, because it's true. Just look, everything I do is just annoying, or it ends up in an accident, or this and that. And she was like, that's not true. There's nobody who doesn't do anything right. Even an idiot, like, and she named her ex-husband, you know, can't, like, get everything wrong. And I was like, okay, well, that's not the feedback I'm getting from you. By that point, she had already told me that my dreams of becoming a teacher were like stupid because I'm good at looking like I'm good with kids, but in reality I'm just a bitch. I was 8 years old. And then there was another incident. So this is really the heartbreaking thing, which I know I still have heart chakra blockages related to this moment. Plus I'm a life path 8, and it happened when I was 8, so it's like just it makes sense that the biggest thing for me to undo would happen at like my first time hitting my life path number. If you don't know what a life path number is, it's just when you add up all the single digits of your birthday and you wait. I wanted to make a loud noise so I could fart and you don't hear it. So and let me light a J so I don't have to like censoring for YouTube. Why did that light like that? That was so bad. What's wrong with you? So, I don't remember what I was saying before the fart, but I know that this girl just doesn't want to be smoked. Okay, it's the other one? Oh, yeah. Woo! This is just a free censor, okay? Because I know that YouTube, like, demonetizes certain things, so. Okay. So, anyways, we're making our bed one day. We had a bunk bed, my sibling and I, and my mother was really mad. It was like a Sunday night, and she was really mad that we had to make my bed. And she was like, you know, these are the kind of things I need you to think of on your own. What comes next is what really hurt. So you know that teacher I told you was a fucking annoying? Yeah. And also, by the way, I had time to go to 2 schools at the age of 8. So we got here. I went to school in one neighborhood. Then when we moved from there, because the relative that we were living with was just like making life super unpleasant for all of us, I went to another school. So change countries and change boom boom schools. And I went from mean to meaner. Like, it was insane. And like, my mom bought me the movie Mean Girls to like prepare me for high school. I lived Mean Girls in elementary school, for real. Like, nobody in high school was as mean as the elementary school kids. So, the assignment for Valentine's Day in 3rd grade with this annoying teacher who used to break down and cry in front of us and like not let me go pee, but she would let the kid who was super rude go pee. That kid wouldn't even ask, would just get up and go to the bathroom. But me, who would raise her hand, the teacher would say, no, you can't go. So my mom had to write a note. My mom was always super involved. Like, you guys are going to find out. It's a very, very complex narcissistic abuse story that I have, because my parent was not neglectful, okay? Like, birthday parties, always, like, bomb birthday parties. Persona that when my friends would come over, like, they'd want to hang out with her, you know, type thing. Like, really, like, smart, witty, funny, warm, kind of psychic, so like able to tap into a lot of things. But over the years, as the behavior's just been like getting bad and just there's been no growth, I've also seen a lot of those gifts of like charm and stuff be revoked from this individual. And that can happen to anybody. Don't get cocky, basically. Always remain humble. That is the basic state of a human, is to be humble. You're supposed to remain humble. And my candle went just really quiet. I have this candle that has like a wooden wick in the center. I can't bend it, it's gonna make a mess, but it makes a sound while it's burning. Anyways, so yeah, so this teacher has us write a poem, and I write the poem, and I write bomb poetry, like straight up. I've always had a very easy time writing poetry, writing songs. It's actually what I do still professionally. So I had a great time with the assignment. And when I bring my paper to be proofed by my teacher, she's like, you didn't write this. I'm like, excuse me? She says, you didn't write this. I said, why are you saying that? She says, that's not your handwriting. I'm like, that's my handwriting when I give a shit. Like, when I try. Bitch, you think I'm gonna fucking give you my best fucking calligraphy? I can't stand your fucking face. Okay? Okay? I'm not gonna give you the best of me. What the fuck is this? What kind of system, what kind of world do we live in that people who you can't fucking stand think you're gonna give them the best of you? Like, if I don't like you, I'm not even gonna try to look cute in front of you. You don't even deserve to witness my beauty. Like, I will present myself crusty, smelling. I won't care how I behave. I don't try to impress people I don't like. I really don't get that mentality. If I don't like you, I do not care what you think of me. So the teacher was really rude, and I was like, yeah, that's my handwriting. And it wasn't the first time that she like really negatively accused me of something. Like another time, my friend and I were passing words, like messages back to each other. Okay, we're not supposed to be doing that, but whatever. We're like 8 years old. And I had this dream of like being able to communicate with this girl in hieroglyphics. Maybe I have some past like Egyptian thing with her. I don't know. And I don't care anymore. Really don't like that person. But she, the teacher like intercepted one of our messages and was like, what's written? I'm like, it's gibberish. Like I was trying to invent the alphabet for our communication. And she was like, no, it's not. I bet it's a secret code. And she looked at me with so much like, you're hiding things. And my mother would come to give me that look so much. Also, like, yeah, you think you're this, you think you're that. Oh, you think I don't see you. What the fuck? These are kids. You're talking to fucking children. Do you how mental are you? You're talking to a fucking kid. Even sometimes my kid, I'll be like, babe, are you telling me the truth right now? Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm very sorry. I doubt it. It's just in the past, you know, you've tried to bend facts on things like that because you didn't want me to be disappointed. But okay, I believe you. Chad looking at me with all kinds of disgust. Go look at your damn self. Okay? Then and now. So, I bring this letter home to my mom, and we have this like letter opening on the couch, and my sibling also had stuff that they made at daycare. Very emotionalist moment, beautiful Valentine's Day moment, fantastic. 2 weeks later, we're making this fucking bunk bed, and I'm up there in the bed, and I've never been the most agile person. Like, I discovered my agility with yoga when I was 18. It was the first time I didn't feel like a complete klutz. But I've always been pretty clumsy, you know, like, it's hard for a starseed out here. And at one point, my mom goes, you know that there's a reason why God made man and goat different, right? And it was to tell me that the way I was making the bed made no sense, and that I was acting as dumb as a goat. And then we keep going. I say nothing to that, obviously. Like, what the fuck am I, like, this is one of the most hurtful things my mom's ever said. But it's not the most fucked up thing that she's done, to be honest. So I'm like, okay, whatever. At least she's not hitting me. Next, she says, you know, like, I need you to think of these kind of things on your own. I really need you to just, without having me do it, I need you to think on your own. When you see the sheets are dirty, you change them. Instead of writing me nonsense, useless cards, why don't you actually do something useful, like premeditate the chores that I want you to do? If you guys know how this has fucked me up as an adult, because I went for a long time thinking that like exhausting myself for people and stuff like that was showing love, right? I thought that that was like, look, I'm showing that I'm here for you, that I'm ready to like do and stuff. And little did I know that that's just so fucking unhealthy. And it also has made that that's what I expect from people. Subconsciously, I expect acts of servitude as like validation that somebody loves me. And yo, that's like narcissistic shit, histrionic personality disorders. When you live with people like that, the love language is so sick and twisted. Like, these are people who will cuss you out and then like tell you that they just told you what you needed to hear. It was never to hurt you. If you're hurt by it, it's because you're a dumbass. So I'm in therapy right now, and what I've chosen is like alternative therapy. So I've really done a lot of progress, like just trusting myself, believing in myself. I had to first remove the idea and fear that there was something wrong with me, because I really thought that there was something deep and dark and evil inside of me for my mother to have done this and like insisted on saying certain things to me for so long. At some point I realized I could see it when I like started doing more meditation and yoga, that often when she was yelling at me, she was yelling at herself, and that she needed to first always work through that emotional layer of anger at her life, at her parents, then at her, and then she could like get to earth where maybe she's gonna be talking to me, maybe, because even the shit that would come out then, like, you know, I'm not gonna tell you my whole life story today, but my mother's already called me a cunt. And if you guys gonna be like, well, what was going on? I was doing the dishes. I was 16. I was doing the dishes. She just walked in out of nowhere, told me, you're such a fucking cunt, you know, and walked out of the kitchen. And once again, I was just happy I didn't get hit. So Mother's Day really gets on my fucking nerves, because ever since that card, I never enjoyed writing her specifically those cards. Not for her birthday, not for Mother's Day. And I would write her things that were really encouragements. I even did this with my dad at one point. I wrote him a really nice letter. You know, I do this for myself because I can see like what you're capable of becoming. I don't know why you're acting like a dick with me right now, but I wish you enlightenment. And here are some words of like, you know, aspiration, as in aspire to become like, you know, these things and to stay that. I just don't understand why people would choose like bad behavior and like struggle energy over being nice. I really don't understand why you would add to your karmic fucking contracts, especially in this day and age where we're all... I also don't understand anybody who's not like informed on reincarnation and stuff. Like, I'm so freaked out by that. Like, the Buddhists and the Hindu, like everybody, like, it's so serious and it's so real, and it's not taught. And it's true that in schools, like, they don't talk to you about reincarnation. You'll learn about those things maybe if you go to university and you take a course on this or that, but it's like, holy shit, like, people really, some people go through life really acting like this is my only life to live, and I'm sorry, but you dumb bitch. Yo, be careful. Be fucking careful. Be absolutely careful, and treat all things, no matter how small, as sacred, as special, and as worthy. No matter how annoying. I'm not saying be nice to everybody all the time. Oh my god, you guys should see me. I'm like the most like, very petty. I like to like, listen, I don't attract or accept anything outside of my basic vibe and what I need to feel good and what I know is right as an energy in the world. However, when I'm met with energies that don't react well to me because I'm vibing, I know how to hold it down, please. So, yeah. Now, what's interesting about this whole story is that I didn't even freaking realize that this moment was so traumatic to me and so deeply inscribed in my memory until I had to do an audition this year. And that was for a play that was going to be speaking on a princess who rebels against her kingdom because she doesn't agree with the customs and she doesn't want to rule in anything associated to her dad, and she gets told that her mother, who she thought was dead, is actually still alive and stuff. And while preparing the audition, I got, you know, I needed to write a text or something, and I got really in my head about that bed making event. And it all came back to me. And then I realized something. I, who cry so much, had never cried about that situation. I had never cried about that moment. I had never cried about what was essentially my first heartbreak, because that's my first time giving my heart to someone so explicitly, you know, like in a card, my first poem ever written, and it's met with, that's useless. And that does nothing for me. Well, I guess it'll be useless and still do nothing for you when I'm making money off my writing and you don't see any of it. I guess so. Like, honestly, abusive parents, you guys have no idea. You trample on little hearts and then you expect favors. It's nuts. It's just unacceptable. And I work with OSHUN as an energy to kind of like heal mother wounds. I also work with the Celtic goddess Danu. I'll get more into her down the line. But OSHUN is really like my favorite for when it comes to like, I don't know what to do. Can you just help me? I need a complete break from my mind. She has a very tender, loving, just like deep embrace. OSHUN like brought her husband Shango back from near death just by putting honey on his lips and shaking her good hips. So imagine that bad bitch energy right there. We're going to move the Wiggy forward. The Wiggy Azalea. Get these babies out. Although I don't want to put blush. We still have blush to apply. She would probably leave you alone, answering her phone. If your girl only knew what I would love to kick it with you. Oh, it's creating like a shadow, but it's not really the worst thing. I just need a phone. I need a good camera. Okay, I'm gonna zoom hard. Yes, I can see. Was blind, but now I see again. This is your chance on this video to tell me what kind of videos you want on this channel. I'm experimenting out here, as in I'm getting into my new zone. You know, New is my artist name. It's the name also that I sign my pieces with. I'm a painter and I draw. We're gonna clean that up in a second, but I just wanted some gold all the way up here. I think we're gonna put like some super gold up there, but not yet. So, wig. Wigginston. Let's just bring this. I did a reading recently on the channel, so funny. Well, yeah. My wig was so funnily installed. It's what happens when you're fucking doing all the production on your own. Like, there's no way you're gonna catch every last thing that, you know, gets caught when you're on set with a stylist and stuff. And I'm not gluing this down today. I just want to... I've never glued down a wig before. I don't even think I would know where to start. Let's style her. Ooh, there's a lot of fire trucks going outside. Protection, light, love to those people. I always kiss my two fingers after I'm done praying. If your girl only knew, I would love to kick it with you. As a psychic right now, what I'm noticing is really interesting divine feminine, divine masculine energies in the world. Yeah, let's get into a little bit of spiritual talk. So basically the divine feminines have been working on themselves, and many have been abandoned by their masculine counterparts. This could be that their person actually walked out of your life and just suddenly stopped talking to you. In the narratives I'm seeing, that's often what's happening right now. Oh, it feels so nice to just like... This is my... Well, this is a secondhand wig, but I know that the original owner never wore it. They did not like the yellow. It was not what they had wanted. Ooh. Yeah. So That's what I've noticed as a trend, is that people are just really, there's some people going through really intense ascension right now, and to them that feels like being sick. It also feels like depression. So just be careful. Don't be like, I'm depressed and it's just your chakras are clearing, you know? It's all the past depressions you never lived, that you never let yourself live. It's coming out because light is coming in. So just be reassured. Everything's perfectly okay. A1. Okay, 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 okay. And I feel an interesting energy. I don't know if something's happening with Jupiter right now in Libra, but I just feel an interesting energy around Jupiter for Libras. Thursday also as a day for Libras. Just watch your energetic charge in the month of May, in the coming month. Oh, these are really like channeled messages coming through. If you're a Libra, comment down below. Let me know. I'm a sun sign Libra. I also have my Jupiter placement in Libra. Okay. I want to meet other starseeds like me, people who have multiple, yeah, gifts, talents, hobbies, missions. Though for me, the most important thing to focus on planet Earth is consciousness elevation. If you're not all about raising your vibration on your own as much as possible, I really just, I can't be right now around people who are actively getting in their own way and who for karmic reasons think it's okay, or that it's cute, or that it's okay, because it really isn't. Because when the pandemic hit, it was for people to like think about what they're doing, who they hang out with. You know, the fact that like a lot of people moved, then that's your chance also to like change circles. I think it's so important to remember that you become the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So make those people that you like, that are inspiring, that are, you know, be careful. Your vibration is everything. It's like, you know, with little like, I don't want to call it that because I know somebody with that name, but whatever. Yeah, with our little Karina that passed there, little epidemic Karina, it's like people were supposed to learn about their energetic bubble, you know, like protection, like be more aware of who you let around you, because people you go around can like literally make you sick. But they'll fuck up like your bank account. You won't even know why things are not working out in your life, and they'll just be screwing with your bank account energetically. There are some people in the world right now, watch your friend circles. I've been feeling that for like 8 months or so. Ask God if you can really trust the people around you right now. Okay, project. How do you plan to work with these people? Why are these people around you? Why do you keep these people around you? Anybody who's just around you out of convenience, or because you're using them, or because you hope to get something from them, you need to fix that energy. Like, this is really not the year for that kind of energy. It's really going to get people into trouble. And I don't like telling people what to do. I'm not like trying to tell people what to do. I'm really just trying to fucking elevate the consciousness of the planet, because everybody's like, oh, heaven will be there for me when I die. And heaven was actually supposed to be on earth. And a lot of angels are really like fucked up over the fact that people don't get that this was heaven and that it's just been desecrated. So it needs to be returned back to its heavenly state. And it's right here. It's on earth. It's nowhere else. Like, it's not on the moon. It's not up your butt. Not up mine. That's another thing. I really don't give a fuck about space exploration, like, ever. Like, you'll never catch me giving a fuck. I just don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't think that we need to be exploring and endangering what's out there, polluting the Earth's outer atmosphere. Do you know how nasty that is for us, that there's garbage floating around Earth? Like, it's terrible, because humans really had a chance, and it's like recently everybody just went like, whatever what? People acting like global problems are not their business. Like, if we don't have a place to live, if there's no more planet Earth, what the fuck do you think you're gonna be doing with yourself? You know? Like, you know, if you have billions to spend to do anything or go anywhere, it should be to, like, go and fix water issues in certain places because you have the money. You have the money and nobody's gonna murder you. If any other person, like, tries to go to these places and radically change the situation, they'll get murdered. But if it's a group of, like, known people who have some kind of a thing that really makes them, like, known and connected to the world, then I don't understand why people are not using their clout for something that we actually give a fuck about. You know what I mean? People are so annoying. It's just, it's humans. It's really, like, bad priorities. It's people wanting to have fun all the time. But that's not what we came to Earth to do. Like, nobody's here to just have fun. Nobody. I can guarantee. God never promised that to any single person. Oh yeah, go there and you'll just have, like, a really good time the whole time. So the fact that people are like, my life is, yeah, you came here to work. You came here to work. You got to do the fucking work if you want to feel good. You got to do the work if you want to achieve what you think you deserve, you know? Like, you don't, seriously? I'm trying to think of questions to answer while we're finishing up, just in terms of me as a spiritual, what are my practices and stuff. Do I pray? Yes, I pray. I pray daily, probably. My favorite prayer is, God, guide me, protect me, illuminate the light of my heart, and make of me a brilliant star. You are the strong, the almighty, forever and always. Amen. I usually say amen also at the end of my prayers, and I usually cross myself when there's something happening, like you guys saw. I did go to, like, a religious school for a little bit when I was in West Africa, so I picked up, they taught us to pray at that school, and that's just what I kept as a habit from there. Is there anything else? I put out singing covers here, and I actually, like, enjoy singing in a lot of languages. So I'm gonna be singing in German, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, Arabic. It's all coming. What was that laugh? And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. Anything else? I don't think so. Oh, somebody asked the other day in a comment, did I start reading tarot because of heartbreak? No. I started reading tarot for self-discovery. I was very, very afraid to read tarot. I was super, super afraid of tarot because it just felt karmically like I shouldn't be messing with that. I was afraid I would, like, attract bad energies to me or something. And that's just, like, a lot of people who have been through past lifetimes as witches, or, you know, just as strong women who would end up being persecuted and stuff, where you see other women like you being persecuted, and it kind of puts you in a zone of, like, okay, well, I'm not going to push it. And then you come back and you're fearful of doing those things because of that past life. It's very important to work through those things and not to maintain that as a feeling. You know, I believe in moving towards your fears, not away from them, because you have something to learn. So if you're afraid of being in the dark, when at moments in my life when I've been afraid of being in the dark is when I've put myself in the dark the most. And again with the fucking laugh, what was that? And what else? Yeah, there's just no need to be fearful in life if you know and believe that you are protected. You are divinely held and blessed. 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 Thumbnail. Okay, you guys got to see how that's done. No, I never do that. I never do that. Ever. I never ever did that in my life before. ¿Quién lo diría? Que se podría hacer el amor por telepatía. La luna está llena, mi cama vacía, la que yo daría. Si tú tuvieras. My big question is, what color should I do my lips? And I already have the answer, blue. I'm so hungry. I'm really hungry. And I have my period. It started yesterday. That's also why I was so emotional. I get so emotional, baby. Every time I think of you, I get so emotional, baby. There's nothing more love can do. There's nothing I can do. So yeah, my heart, my compassion to anybody who went through that twin flame dynamic this winter of discovering that your twin flame is just really, I don't know, like not nice or not ready for you. I was blown away. First, since I was a little girl, I always felt that there was somebody out there I was supposed to meet, that I would just have this like complicité, you know, like that we would just get each other and like just immediately like be able to have inside secrets, like a bunch of things. I don't know, inside secrets, what the fuck. So, and I always thought it was a girl. I always thought it was a girl, and I thought she was gonna kind of look like me. And when I met my twin flame, I was like, holy fuck, this is her, so exciting. And I was super stoked. Like, we're both like cute, you know, like yay. But no. And it was interesting because I had to literally redo plans for life. I had always in my mind expected this person. Is this waterproof? Please tell me no. Thank God. Which one is my waterproof? Oh, back there. Okay. Which, by the way, my next new picks video, so it's kind of like pick a card, but I don't read with cards. Which leads me to the last question I want to answer. Well, not like anybody's asking me questions, but okay. The question I wanted to answer, the person was like, did you start reading tarot because of heartbreak? And the answer to that is no. I started reading tarot when I was 21 years old. A friend gave me a deck, the OSHUN tarot deck, which I recommend to any beginner. And anybody who wants to like kick their ass and get their life together. It's not the most friendly deck. Like, it's not like all fun. Like, this deck will really tell you off. There's like scary pictures. It's hilarious. And after that, as I said, I was afraid of reading tarot and stuff, but then a couple of years ago I started my own gemstone shop, bgems.ca, which I've renamed now New Nuggets, which is going to be where I sell my art pieces finally and other little gem creations. And yeah, I really want to get into like healing artwork, but I just felt ready to help like a bigger group and stuff. And at first it was very scary, but I started believing in my intuitive abilities. I'm not gonna lie, like at one point we smoked like this lemon haze type weed that just gave such a kick of creativity to my husband and I this one weekend, and it was just off the charts, and we got like a bunch of work done. And I designed these healing sets with gemstones for people, you know, like to get you rich or to get you healed or to bring love into your life, because I know the properties of stones. I've been studying that by heart since I was about, I would say 19. And I've been collecting gemstones since I was very small, though, since I was about 3, 4. People have always known, like, if you want to get me a really nice Christmas present, get me gemstones. And those sets I never really sold, I never really pushed. I still have them, and I know that they're gonna come back out just in a different way. It's been years of me really discovering my gifts and my psychic talents, which I've always wanted. I've always wanted to have them, and then just to know what mine were, and like if I could grow them and stuff. And the answer is yes. You can always also get like upgrades on your gifts or get gifted new ones. It's so much fun. And yeah, we need to blend that shit in. And yeah, I started selling readings there, and then I did something insane, and I will tell you about it briefly. I sent gifts to 2 influencers, 2 people who really keep me motivated online, Bretman Rock and Ciara Mackenzie on Instagram. Yeah, and Bretman Rock's also on YouTube, and he received the gift, and then they received the gift. I don't know if Ciara's pronouns are they. Okay, I'll just say they both received their gifts and loved them and reached out back to me. And, you know, I did a reading with Bretman, and it was validating for me at the time. Like, you know, I was so not confident, not believing in what I could do, in how I would get it done. I really could not see a clear path. And what's funny is that years later, I'm still not really sure what the fuck, like, what's this? What's happening? I don't know. I'm making a video to tell you guys who I am, because if any of you are watching my videos, then you're sharing energy with me here regularly, and you should know who you're sharing your energy with. Be very discerning of who you pick as YouTube readers. There are a lot of them. Sometimes YouTube can just suggest people to you, and it's not because you get suggested a person that you should watch them. There was a reader recently I discovered who's just not really of the light, and I unfollowed, and I feel so much better. So make sure that whoever you're watching, they make you feel uplifted and safe and grounded, that you dig the way that they started off, that they end it, you dig the setup. You know, just be discerning. Like, there's something for each person out there. You're not supposed to just be consuming just anything. Just anything, you know, because you're a mom. It's really important what you take in. All I'm missing is some highlight and some lips. Okay? Oh my god. I know I'm getting old because there's like stuff I just keep saying that I hate saying, but I won't stop saying it because my brain's too old to stop saying the thing, because I'm not trying out sayings anymore. Like, I've pretty much found my groove, even though some parts of my groove just make me feel old. And in a good way. It's just, it's a funny zone. Like, it's a new place to be. As soon as I turned 28, it's like my vision just went, my vision changed so much. It was so funny. This is one of my favorite highlighters, but you gotta watch the fuck out with it because it's so intense. Like, it will just get so extra for no reason on your ass. You'll be like, yo, who actually hired you? So yeah, I started reading tarot in that way, and then I just kept reading tarot, and then I've been, I had another channel that I maintained. I used to call it the sister channel, but she's been killed off. And I used to do like divinely channeled messages, and I actually got that channel up to a good 500 plus subscribers. I was really lucky to just encounter so many souls in the astral realm and also on the physical realm while doing my work over there. And I'm grateful for everything I learned from holding that channel for the time that I did. I really stopped posting there only about 3 months ago, and then I decided to bring everything to Noxi because I'm just not about sectioning myself off and out anymore. So, you know, the artistic side of me, I was saying at one point, had been kind of killed off, and I killed it off to become the enabler in this narcissistic family model. And the thing with that is that you lose yourself when you start doing things just to prove to people that you're not. And you know, manipulation tactics, like my mother always calling me lazy, made that I would like push, you know, to show how not lazy I am. And I got so much accomplished in her house with so little help and so little gratitude. And I'm not joking, I saw the serious decline in the home and everything when I left, because I'm just a vibe. I don't have to try. That's something I'm learning recently. I don't have to try to be any like one thing. I'm just a vibe, you know. And people who know. People who know to appreciate me know that just having me around is like already a vibe. And I'm only saying that because people keep saying it to me, and I wasn't hearing it. And it's dangerous not to hear what people are saying to you. Take the feedback that people are giving you about yourself, no matter how hard it may be for you to believe that people think such great things about you and what you do. Just take it and just say fucking thank you and move forward and just do your best, honestly. And fuck anybody who has shit to tell you about what you can't do, because I swear to God, the moment you start achieving what you knew that you were supposed to do, those people are gonna come back and act like they were supporting you all along. My back is literally hurting, okay? Pain in the asses, fucking hypocritical ass shit that I really don't fuck with. I don't do that. You have to have believed in me from the start, okay? You have to like recognize what the fuck I am and my vision from the start. Otherwise, you don't get to be part of anything. I don't want to hear anything. I mean, I want to hear like constructive criticism and shit, but I mean, I just don't want to hear nonsense. Keep any nonsense to yourselves. These people. I'm not talking to you. So, oh, my foundation, by the way, is NYX. Total Control, shade 19. Yeah. And what I was spraying on my face was NYX as well, Dewy Finish. Now, we're going to take it up a golden notch and the highlighter situation. Highlighter. Never enough highlighter. I look so high like that. And yo, also, if you've been through like narcissistic abuse as a child and you don't realize how like fucked up that is for like your mind and stuff, you will grow up thinking that you just deserve abuse from people. My friends were such assholes that I had for a while. Like, people who come to my house never say anything good about my home. But then like, I remember one girl, her friends came over because I had like done a whole thing for her birthday. Oh, this was so funny. And her friends came over and they said like a bunch of nice things about my kitchen and shit. And I was just like, okay, thank you. That's very nice of you. You know, I do my best. Like, I don't live like in a brand new home. It's like actually like a really like a family home that relatives grew up in and stuff like that. So I feel honored to live here, and I can feel the ancestral power and like magnetic energy. But people have come here and like just talk shit also about my house and stuff. But then that girl, when she was here with her friends and her friends said nice things, suddenly she had nice things to say too. And you should have seen the way she said it. Yeah, it is true that this and that of yours is pretty nice. I was like, you are trifling. Okay, in that instance, I was like, ooh, I can't trust you. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. This is great. Great to find out at this point in time. I can't trust you. And a couple of, I'm just wondering if I want to make it like, yeah, I do. Just a little bit darker in here. Just to like make the yellow pop. It's very fall. It's also ketchup and mustard. I started wearing makeup when I was 14. I would do my makeup at home really intense and then just take selfies. And my mom was like, you're the only person I know who takes so many pictures of themselves. And I was like, okay. And if I had been watching nonsense TV at the time, I would have been like, well, I'm not the only one, actually. But yeah. That's interesting. That's a bit more... Oh, this is giving, hello, hello, baby, you call, I can hear a thing. I feel like there's so much light on me. I just feel super reflective right now. I'm not seeing any depth. We need some lips. Give me lips. And then the fucking we're gonna go for bright red. Let me just take off. We're gonna zoom in this. So I always put usually like a lip balm before my lipstick. Otherwise, you'll end up with like the inner lip lined with that nasty white stuff because like you're dehydrated. Also hydrate when you're wearing makeup. Fuck it. I once got called a queen for drinking water. I was so disgusted. Now that's a queen. No, that's a human being listening to its body's needs. Not queen-like to fucking drink water. Are you kidding me? What would be queen-like? It's an endless supply of wine, bitch. That doesn't get me drunk. Somebody work on that. I know. It's just called non-alcoholic beverage. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna do like a faded black lip. What do I want with this? Because this is interesting. But I haven't... Oh, okay. It's very like red. It's definitely very like highlighted. Shit. Okay, I don't know how I feel about it. We're just gonna put gold on the lips. Okay. I'm getting somewhere. And just a darker red for the outer line. Oh, this is almost done, but this would have been it. I'll use my angled brush. I just have telephone playing in my mind. Oh, fuck. What did you say? Oh, you breaking up on me. Sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm kinda busy. Okay. ¿Quién lo... What's happening? Thank you. ¿Quién lo diría? Que se podría hacer el amor por telepatía. Okay, these are definitely like the most fiery lips I've ever done. I love it. I'm, yeah, really looking like ketchup and mustard. That was a plot twist. I feel like falsies would have been adorable. I kind of feel like doing a more dramatic black eyeliner, but I'm gonna go eat ice cream with a friend right now with my kids, so we're not doing that. I'm gonna go because this video must be so fucking long and I need to get dressed and I'm tired of sitting on the floor. So I really thank you for having spent this time with me, and if you have questions for me, respectfully ask them please below. I'll like answer anything almost if it's respectfully asked, and if I don't want to answer then I'll let you know. And I really look forward to bringing more of me to this channel, whatever that is, because everything is just like under reconstruction, like major tower energy, and you're just kind of seeing like Scorpio trying to emerge. But I urge you to enjoy your Friday 13th and to I don't know, like take a bath and to drink something with honey in it, and to Google OSHUN if you don't know who she is, and start calling on her for magic to come into your life, because she will hook you up with that abundance if you want it. I'm just trying to see, like, I don't know. I have to go see if I really want it to be this highlighted. Like, look, I look so like... It's time to go. Bye!